Hi guys. I'm sure you're getting sick of me. I'm almost getting sick of myself. But you guys, I had another dream this afternoon, and it was a pretty awesome dream, but I want to share a few things before I tell you my dream. So do you guys remember the other day when I asked the Lord to confirm how close we were to going home, and that Geico commercial was on, and then like 3 seconds later, that midnight cold tablet commercial came on, and I felt like that was a confirmation, so I did a video on it. And then a day or two later, this guy commented to me, and I want to read you his comment. He said, "I watched your video the other night and thought, I'm not too sure. I went to bed fairly late and put my watch on the nightstand. It's a kinetic watch, so the movement of the day keeps it wound, and when I wake up in the morning, it's still going strong. It's a high-quality watch, never given me any trouble, and has kept excellent time. This morning I woke up, got ready for the day, and put on my watch before I went out the door, but it had stopped at midnight, both hands pointing to the 12 and the date not fully switched over from 22 to 23. So I thought that was just an awesome confirmation that the Lord gave him, because he was kind of not sure if I truly got that confirmation from the Lord, and I just feel like the Lord was confirming to him that what he was telling me was the truth. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. And then when I did that video today on Walt, and he was speaking about the giraffes, I had asked the Lord for another confirmation. And then I went inside and got the rest of my clients up and got them breakfast, and then I was standing there doing dishes at the kitchen sink, and this client came strolling up in his wheelchair, and I've had this guy for about 2 weeks, and he lost his wife about 2 years ago, and since then he's just been really depressed and just is always asking the Lord to bring him home, that he was ready to go home, and he doesn't understand why he's making him wait, and on and on and on. And he just prays all the time. I mean, like nonstop, all day long, just bows his head and starts praying. So about a week ago, I was watching John Hagee, and he was speaking about the rapture. And then I looked up, and this guy was wheeling himself by the front window, and he bowed his head in prayer, and he just said, "Lord, nobody knows the day or hour but you," and just on and on. And then, so I felt like he was rebuking the message about the rapture. So I just didn't want to talk to him about that. And so I just haven't. And again, I've had him for like 2 weeks. So, I mean, he's not like a manic depressant, but he's just sad a lot. And I mean, he will smile from time to time and talk, but normally he's just really quiet and just sleeps a lot. And so when I was doing the breakfast dishes, he came wheeling up behind me, and I turned around, and he had this big smile on his face. I mean, he was glowing, you guys. And he goes, "Guess what?" And I said, "What?" And he goes, "The Lord's coming." And I said, "He is?" He said, "We're going home." And I said, "You are?" And he said, "No, we're going home." I said, "How do you know?" And he said, "I was reading my Bible yesterday, and I was in Revelation, and the Lord told me that he was coming soon, that we're going home." So you guys, I had asked that for a confirmation, and I just couldn't believe it was going to come that way. So I was just shocked. And after he told me this, you guys, he was so lit up, and he took his hand and he slapped his leg. I don't know how to explain it. You guys have seen it on TV where they're just all happy, and then they take their hand and they slap their leg. And he was just smiling from ear to ear. So you guys, I'm going to get into my dream. So this was today, and I drew a picture of it. So in my dream, I was watching a YouTube video, so I feel like I was looking through her camera. and she was showing a video, and I honestly believe, because I saw a blue background and this Walt that was talking about the giraffes this morning, I went back to the video and it had a blue background, but I didn't see him in my dream. But the lady said, you guys really gotta check this video out. It's another confirmation on an April rapture. And she goes, I'll leave the link in the description box below. And then she must have pushed play to play a song, because then a song came on. And I'm not going to try and sing it, you guys, because I'm Norwegian and I can't sing worth a darn. But it went something like, thank you, thank you, thank you, Jesus. And it did that about 3 times, but it was a lot slower, and it was like they were singing it. And then she said she had to go to town and she'd be back later. So then I felt like then I was standing here by myself, and I looked around and I could see a truck and I could see all these flowers around this one little parking area. And here was a mailbox and there was a lot of flowers here. And then I looked up and I saw a bunch of trees, and then I remember seeing flowers in front of the trees. And then I looked to my right and I saw this big yellow house, and there was flowers around the house as well. And then, you guys, I started backing up like I was walking backwards. And then I could see flowers curving around the driveway. And as soon as I got to the end of the driveway, you guys, I shot straight up in the air. I mean, the best way I can describe it is like a slingshot. I mean, it was just so super fast. And I'm looking down at this farm, and it's just getting smaller and smaller because I'm going up, 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 up. And I don't know how far, you guys, that I went, but by the time I got to the top, it was just a little round spot. I couldn't see the rest of it, but as I was going up, it was just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it just became a dot, and then my dream ended. But you guys, I had never experienced anything in my dreams like this before. It was, like I said, it was so super fast. I felt like I was just slingshotted right up in the air. And it just reminded me, like, in the twinkling of an eye. But you guys, I thought I would share this. I don't want to make the video long, and I got to get back to work anyways. So I will talk to you guys later. God bless.